when is the Bank of Korea going to cut? You see a cut early next year. If it happens, what does that mean? What's the rationale? Why cut in early 2024?
Yeah, we are seeing growth slow down, and we expect the Bank of Korea to lower its forecast for this year. But we don't think this is sufficient enough for the Bank of Korea to pivot yet. We do expect the central bank governor to reiterate his point that it's too early to cut rates or consider cutting rates. We think that it's going to be more like early 2024, following sort of the U.S. entering into recession and coinciding with the Fed rate cut. And so we do need to see that pivot from the Fed as well. So those two central banks we expect to be cutting around the same time.
I want to get your line on this because we do see Bank of Korea keeping its CPI growth, expectation forecast for this year at 3.5% from the previous estimate. However, as expected, the GDP growth forecast has been adjusted slightly lower, now at 1.4% versus 1.6% in the previous estimate. So slowing growth in South Korea is a concern for the Bank of Korea. What's your assessment in what's going on? Is it the exports? Is it the chips? Is it going to get any worse from here?
I think you named obviously one of the key drivers, right? Exports have been contracting. That said, there are some signs that it's hit the bottom in terms of the pace of contraction. But in terms of the rebound, we're not expecting until the fourth quarter. Hence why we have a relatively more bearish view in terms of growth versus the central bank. Now, if you look at 1.4% growth, it really means that they're expecting acceleration of sequential growth for the Korean economy. We think that is unlikely, hence why we have more relatively bearish view. That said, it has remained relatively resilient, meaning that it has not entered into a technical recession, unlike some of the economies in Asia. And at the end of the day, we are expecting that growth rebound. That said, with the coinciding with the central bank also cutting rates or following more extensive rate cut by the central bank. We're expecting about 100 basis point rate cut by the Bank of Korea starting early 2024. That said, there are obviously risks to the earlier rate cuts, obviously, in the market, as Juliana, in the market.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.